Little Nitro.
Stacked.
If James lost, he'd have to eat a dub.
I'm not doing that. Did you see that clip of Deion Sanders?
You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion.
Let me put some respect on his name. It's Monday. You know what that means. It's time for the Paul Rodriguez Show. 7:35 live on a Monday night. Baltimore Ravens taking on the Saints at this time. 8:25 left in that game in the first quarter. It is a wonderful weekend for many football fans. Dallas is on bye. Other teams took L's. We won't talk too much about that. But the man running the board behind the scenes, producer James in the building, and the man, the DF Dub. God was watching over you this weekend, sir. I just wanted to say I thought about you. We saw some things go down in the group chat. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in God-favored Wes Washington. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, man. I need a little more volume on this end. I can't really hear y'all.
All right.
But yes, the Lord was watching over me this weekend, man. I was blessed. I was blessed. The Lincoln took a huge hit, but I walked away unscathed, no scratches, no nothing, no bumps or bruises. But I'm blessed to be here.
Well, I'm good
to see your lovely faces again.
Exactly, man. Love to hear it. Glad you're doing all right. Let's just hop into it. Huge weekend of high school football, college football, as well as NFL football. Let's get into the college mix a little bit. LSU putting a huge victory, taking down the Alabama Crimson Tide this past weekend. Huge SEC news. Brian Kelly's team is doing, I think, advanced work. Nobody thought that they would be doing this well this early. What are your thoughts on that huge victory for the LSU program? And everybody's storming the fields. Let me just put a little quick PSA. If you're 300 Bills and you're going to storm the field, you might end up with a broken ankle. So just don't do that. Saw too many of that this past weekend on Instagram.
Yeah, especially, you should only be rushing the field if you're a college student. You grown people, sit your ass down.
Yes,
Bones ain't rushing the field. You know, and also, but I think sometimes too many teams are rushing the field. I feel like some of you teams that, like, I saw Clemson rush the field. I'm like, you're Clemson. Why are you rushing the field? Like, you shouldn't be celebrating a win like that. Like, you're supposed to be a top tier program. Like, have you seen Alabama rush the field?
Well, that's what happens when you're used to winning. But let's get back to that LSU game. We'll get to Clemson and their debacle in a little bit. But, yeah, man, Alabama is not going to be rushing the field for a long time. If they're not careful, they might have to run out Nick Saban because of that. This has been – he ain't won a national title in the last 5 years, I believe. And so, for me, Alabama is not happy right now, man. They practically have eliminated themselves from the college football playoff this year, I believe, with only about a 16% chance to get in if they do that. Wes, it's not a good look for Alabama right now, no matter what people try to spin it.
Man. You can't win them all, dude. Come on, man.
You can compete for them all.
You gotta be kidding me, dude. Dude, the man is the greatest college football coach of all time. But yet still, he's human. He's recruiting humans.
Yes.
These are kids.
Yes.
I know they're big kids. They're basically grown-ass men, but yes, they're still young. So you're going to have a down year. Dude, I wish Arkansas had that problem. I wish it only been, a few years ago since we won a national championship. But, I don't understand. I guess Alabama fans might be worse than Texas fans. Texas fans think they're Alabama, and unfortunately, they are not.
When you have this level of expectation that has been set so high by Nick Saban since 2009, and your expectation is to compete for a national title, and you can't even get to the dance, like potentially, I'm not saying they're 100% excluded, but they're just about have eliminated themselves with that loss. this past weekend in Death Valley. It's not a good look. I know it's going to be a rough road for the rest of the year. And don't forget, you still got to play Ole Miss this coming up weekend after taking that loss to Alabama. to LSU. Now the question is going to be, Wes, who's going to represent the SEC West taking on the juggernaut Georgia in the SEC championship game? Will it be LSU or will it potentially be Ole Miss to be determined this coming weekend? How do you see it panning out?
I'll probably see it as LSU.
Wow.
But, I mean, people have to back off Alabama. How many times has Alabama missed the playoffs since we started the playoffs?
Never.
So give them a break, dude. Come on. I guarantee Saban will be right back next year. But, yeah, I see LSU being the team that's going to play Georgia. But I can still see two SEC teams making it. If Georgia wins out and Tennessee wins out, I can see Georgia, Tennessee still making it. Because I think Tennessee still got to play somebody tough, though, don't they? No, they still got a few tough opponents, don't they?
I don't know if they do or not. I'll have to look at their schedule because right now I got the game up I got the Saints game up and I got my Dynasty Fantasy League up on my phone right now. So I'm quite kind of watching a nail biter that I got going on my Dynasty League, but we'll get into that a little bit more. Let's move on. Liberty takes down the Arkansas Razorbacks in Fayetteville. Had to get to this game. We're going to get to the Packers too. Don't worry, Wes. At the same time, it has to be a tumultuous loss for Coach Smith and the Razorbacks. Wes, what's the deal? Liberty cannot be this good. I understand they got a great coach, but what is it with Arkansas and losing to teams that pretty much come from obscurity? This is a team from Virginia. A team from Virginia going into the heart of Arkansas and beating the Razorbacks.
Well, I mean, Liberty is a good team. It's Arkansas's fault. They scheduled a pretty rough non-conference schedule. You got Cincinnati non-conference. You got BYU non-conference. Missouri State is a good team, and I know a lot of people are still going to say, oh, well, they're from whatever conference. And Liberty is a tough team. Liberty is a team that usually recently has hovered around that top 30, top 25 area. So, I mean, dude, it happens, and they had a bad start, and maybe they're overlooking Liberty and looking at the next game, but it is what it is. You feel like if you're an Arkansas fan that you wasted a year this year because you had a lot of potential, but hopefully you got Jefferson coming back next year. Hopefully maybe they could try to win out and get a decent bowl. I would like it if they would match it up with Texas, so Arkansas could beat Texas and I can shut up these Texas fans.
Getting on to the University of Texas, Texas does go to K-State and take down the Wildcats in a I think it was a little bit more one-sided than the score would, kind of show us there. But for this time, Texas looked strong. Quinn Ewers looked very good. The defense could have played a little bit harder, but Deuce Vaughn and I don't want to say his name, Blake Martinez, but quarterback Martinez, it could be Blake, I could be wrong. And Deuce Vaughn led that K-State team very well. Big win. We kind of talked about how this could have been a must-win for Sarkisian and Texas. They get the job done, setting up a big matchup for Texas to take on TCU this coming Saturday in Austin at DKR. Is this the road? Is this the path that Texas has to go down in order to represent one side of the Big 12? Could they potentially win out? And we saw how well Kansas played this past weekend. I'm not quite sure if Texas can win out. Will they be able to beat a team like Kansas? But Texas Christian does come up first this coming Saturday. Do you believe Texas will let us down? Will they let their fan base down? Or do they march on and continue to potentially play, although I had them not even having a chance to play for the Big 12 title in about a month's time?
I mean, that would be a big win for Texas. They could pull off that upset against TCU. But I don't know if they can do it, just because TCU's playing really good ball right now. So on both sides of the ball. I mean, I don't think their defense is as good as their offense, which is funny to say about TCU because what has TCU been known for is defense. But it would be a huge win for them, especially if they could win out. But obviously, they're not going to be considered for the playoffs. But if they can win a Big 12 championship, especially, before they leave the Big 12, that'd be nice because, Oklahoma has dominated the Big 12 since the Big 12 has been formed or whatever, or since Texas has joined it.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's even close on who's won more Big 12 championships between Texas and Oklahoma. It's not. It's like
it's one-sided with Oklahoma for sure.
Yeah. It'd be nice if Texas could pull it off and maybe get to a Big 12 championship game and win it before they leave because they're going to struggle to get when they get to the SEC. Man, it ain't going to be easy to get you a conference championship. I'll tell you that. So
it'll be definitely difficult for them to represent whatever division they go into, no matter if it be the East or the West, that being Texas. Secondly, Clemson goes down, Alabama goes down. TCU now, are they lined up to be a lock for representing the Big 12 in the college football playoff if they do manage to win out? And if they do, let the conspiracy theorists start to run amok, as I'm about to say this. Is it in the Big 12's best interest to have the calls go towards TCU so that TCU can be the representative for the Big 12 in the college football playoff?
I would think so. I mean, that's their only shot of a Big 12 team making it is for TCU to win out. And I would definitely give TCU the nod to be there if they win out. They can't lose the game. If they lose the game, because you got, the Pac-12, I think they got two teams that are probably hovering around there. And then you got Michigan, Ohio State hovering around there. It really helped them out with Clemson going down because I don't think there's anybody in the ACC that can get in now. Wow. So you're looking at, I mean, what is it, the Big 12? I mean, is it the Big 10 or is it the SEC that gets in two teams?
I don't think any of them. I don't think it's going to be any of them, to be honest with you. I don't think.
You don't think anybody gets two teams?
No, I think what's going to happen is how do you put in a one-loss conference champion over Tennessee? Because I think that's what it's going to come down to. If there is going to be a team that's going to get in, it's going to be the one-loss Tennessee. But I don't think there's going to be a one-loss Big Ten team that gets in. It's going to be whoever wins out in the Big Ten. Whoever their champion is will get in. And like the way I see it rolling out is I think the only way Tennessee gets in no matter what is if TCU loses. That means you'll have a one-loss conference champion or a multi-loss conference champion for the Big 12. Your Pac-12 champion will have one loss. And then it's like, who do you put in? That's where you start having to line things up. And I think the College Football Playoff Committee set us up last week to do just that. That's why they've had two SEC teams in the top four, two Big Ten teams in the top four, so that they could weed themselves out and let's see where the pieces may fall so that they can put in that correct team that is going to garner the most attention, which is going to garner the most money.
I mean, and a lot still got to be played out. Because you got UCLA and USC still have to play each other, and then you're talking about you have to play the Pac-12. They have a championship game, right?
Yep.
So they got to still play the championship game, and then you have in the Big Ten where Ohio State, Michigan still have to play, and then you also have to play that conference championship game. So there's still a lot to be played out. I think TCU has the best chance out of the teams that are left, hovering around there to get to it because I think they have the easier schedule.
And I'm glad you bring that up because I have their schedule right here. TCU's next three opponents to finish out the year: at Texas, at Baylor, and home against Iowa State. That's a pretty soft schedule if we're just thinking about who the opponents are. Now let's go to the Pac-12 and let's kind of see what that's going to bring up for USC. For USC, now USC does have one loss on the year. So that's something to note. USC's team, not this coming week, but on the 11th. Actually, that's this coming Friday. Colorado at USC. USC versus UCLA the following Saturday. And then rounding out the year, the grudge match, Notre Dame versus USC in California. That's a little bit tougher of a game, especially with Notre Dame taking down Clemson this past weekend. UCLA on the other turn. Let's see what UCLA has. Man, Baltimore's defense is just getting after New Orleans right now. Arizona at UCLA, and then the USC, UCLA, and then the UCLA at Cal. That's a pretty soft road right there for UCLA outside of USC. Yeah. Lots to be determined in the next few weeks. Tennessee, I'm kind of just curious to see what Tennessee's road has for them in regards to, actually I hit the wrong one. I hit the Sun Belt, not the SEC. Talk about two different teams or two different leagues. Give me the full schedule. Tennessee versus Missouri at South Carolina and at Vandergrift. That's an easy road right there for Tennessee.
I don't know, man. Hey, don't sleep on Missouri. Missouri has been improved. Missouri has actually been showing up defensively, so don't sleep on Missouri. Vanderbilt, yeah, I get it. You said Vandergrift.
Vanderbilt. Tennessee, a 21-point favorite at home versus Missouri. Yeah, I don't know what defense you're talking about, but they're a 21-point favorite at home. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to give them a lot of respect. He froze.
You all right.
No, man, I'm cheating. I got the gift. I got the gift of the internet in front of me. I can cheat. I'm just telling you what the boys in Vegas are trying to talk about. I ain't off my. It is not coming off the top of my dome.
Sometimes Vegas is wrong.
No doubt. You know? And I'll tell you what. I know how Vegas is wrong. I think our picks, me and James's picks, for the past 2 weeks has been dominating Vegas. My man over there last week was 11-2. This week we're all 8-3. The way things are going tonight, you're going to come up another game short and be 2 games behind the king. And then we'll just have to figure out who the king is tomorrow. If y'all don't remember, I'm just going to put this over here because
what's y'all tie?
What are you talking?
You're still ahead overall.
Oh yeah, I'm ahead overall. That's right. Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, but tonight, if y'all win, y'all tie.
Yeah, because we had the same picks for the whole week, so that's why we'd be tied.
Like I said, man, if I would stop picking with my heart and my anger, it'd be a different story. But that's what I do, man. I'm all heart.
I sure hope folks tune in tomorrow. This is a good little tease. I sure hope folks tune in tomorrow to see what Wes is going to pick with when it comes down to the Green Bay Dallas game, because it will be mighty, mighty interesting to see how your heart fights with your head on who you're going to pick with this matchup next week.
You know who I'm going to pick.
Well,
I think it's pretty obvious.
We'll find out soon enough.
How have I been picking all year long? Everybody knows what
against Dallas. Against Dallas.
Wow. Too bad we can't watch that game together, huh, James?
James says he's gonna be cooking.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be around. I'm not gonna go. What do you think? I'm gonna go hide or what?
I'll be in Austin that weekend, but we'll probably be headed back to Plano to see the game here, I believe.
Yeah, I would figure because where are you gonna watch that game at? Because it's in Green Bay.
Probably at the local bar here somewhere, Genko's or something.
Okay. Hashtag no free ad.
Or maybe on the couch. Hopefully on the couch. I like watching on the couch.
I love watching on the couch, just to be real. James, we'll get into the Packers in the next segment. Before we get out of here, though, we're up against a break. It is 7:54. We are not an hour ahead yet. I think the hour time kind of affected with me a little bit.
Big time.
I'm a little discombobulated.
Yeah, yesterday was like the longest day ever.
Yeah, depends on time what you woke up.
Yeah, I woke up early and I went to bed late. And I woke up tired as hell. So
But isn't that normal for you?
actually, not lately.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, I've kind of turned it around a little bit, but started off my Monday, like I always do.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Carla, how you
yesterday was a
doing?
long day.
Carla, how you doing? Lucky Luciano's back. Good to see you in the chat, sir. And S Sanchez, I'm not gonna dime out my my compadre there, but he's a closet Bills Mafia fan.
Closet.
Closet Bills Mafia.
That's
Why would you be?
I
Why would you have to be a
remember
closet?
Arkansas lost
Because he just likes the colors, I
didn't
think.
forget it.
Oh, okay.
Wes, we were talking. I didn't hear you, sir. What'd you say?
Oh, my bad. Oh, no, Luciano reminded me that Arkansas lost to A&M. Yes, I know they did, buddy.
I know. That.
I
But
didn't want to say that. I didn't want to bring it up. But since you brought it up, yeah, Arkansas lost to the Aggies. And you know what's funny is Arkansas lost to another team, Appalachian State. And what's funny is there's a team in San Marcos named Texas State who beat Appalachian State. So therefore, Texas State beat not only Arkansas, but Texas A&M. What a coincidence. It's such a magical thing how this works. Shout out, eat 'em up cats.
Appalachian State beat Arkansas. Appalachian State beat A&M.
That's what I said. A&M beat Arkansas. Appalachian State beat A&M. So therefore, Appalachian State beat A&M and Arkansas, and then Texas State beat Appalachian State, which beat A&M and beat Arkansas. That's how the dominoes fly, and that's the way I'm gonna sell it.
College football math. Thought you knew, Wes.
Thought you knew.
Come on, man.
It goes all over the place, dude. College basketball just started up, so I'm excited about that.
Won't be interested until March.
I love watching basketball.
I know. I get it.
Yeah.
All right, fellas and ladies and gents, to those watching and those not watching, hey man, still waiting to get to 100 followers, 100 subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your mom and them. Trying to get to 100. I think we're at 92. As soon as we get there, I'm giving away $100. Who could use $100? I mean, I could use $100. Just saying. Well, once we get to 100, we'll give it away. Give us 5 minutes, we'll come back. Welcome back. Time to get into the NFL. Lots of stories going on. Lead story for today, Frank Reich fired as the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. And surprisingly, Jim Irsay, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, hiring former 6-time NFL Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, center for the Indianapolis Colts, 3 years, head coach at a private school in North Carolina, Jeff Saturday.
Was
what
he even,
nonsense is going on in Indiana, James?
Was he even on the coaching staff?
Apparently, he was like a special advisor for the past 2 years with Indianapolis. But the dude was on my daily morning show talking as an NFL analyst and goes straight to being a head coach. What is going on in Indianapolis? Wes, how do we make heads or tails of this? Dude has no experience as a big-time coach in the NFL, much less college football.
Yeah, but, they say centers are some of the smartest guys on the field. He's an intelligent guy. Maybe they're just taking a chance. What do they got to lose? But, it's a new era, man. I think you have to. Sometimes you got to take a chance and, find something new. Maybe this is what they're finding is something new. I mean, somebody had to give somebody a shot to do mostly about anything.
What does this say about the other coaches on that staff to where they had to give some guy coming in who had a relationship with the owner to be the interim, right? That's the key point here. Interim head coach, to where a coordinator didn't get that job or another assistant. They went and got someone totally not in tune with the team. Is he there to change the culture? Is everybody just too soft right now? They got to go back to the Peyton Manning era of NFL centers to get this team turned around? Because look, there's a ton of talent on the defense. They got young talent on the offense. Jonathan Taylor's hurt right now. Michael Pittman, I think, is up and coming. I know that hurts James. But geez, what's the problem here? They built so much capital in the offensive line, they can't even move the ball anymore. And where's Quentin Nelson gone? I'm sorry. I know this isn't an Indianapolis show, but let's just be real with it. We're going to get to the Cowboys, and we're definitely going to get to the Packers. But geez, what the hell is going on in Indianapolis right now? It just seems like it's falling apart in front of our eyes.
At what point?
Well, yeah, that's why they made the switch. It's because it is falling apart. I think this is what they're trying to do is bring it Saturday. So you're just trying to change the culture, and they feel like that's the guy to do it. So obviously, there's been talk with him and Irsay before this happened, because you don't fire some guy and have another guy coming in that quick. So obviously, they've been talking about it. He likes what he's saying, likes what he can do with the team.
James,
at what point did this whole thing in Indianapolis start going sideways?
When Frank Reich was hired as head coach. Because what happened that year?
I think Jim Irsay might be drunk.
Look, brother, I'm just saying he's an older version of Hulk Hogan. But all props to Mr. Irsay, no doubt. I think he's a fantastic owner, but I think he's looking for that. When Andrew Luck retired in the preseason is when all this started kind of going to crap, and he lost a Hall of Fame quarterback. I get it. Andrew made his money. He's going to go, live his best life with his family. You bring in Rivers, was supposed to be a Band-Aid. You bring in Carson Wentz, it's supposed to be a Band-Aid. Now you're bringing in Ryan, it's another Band-Aid. You got to go get somebody in the draft. You got to make some moves, or you got to trade. You had potentially trade options to go get some very notable quarterbacks. Tom Brady.
Well, they did draft a quarterback.
You talking about Sam Ehlinger?
They did draft a quarterback.
Who?
They drafted him, or did they not?
Bro, that ain't the same kind of caliber quarterback.
Well, you never know where you're gonna find your quarterbacks, dude. Come on. There's a lot of great quarterbacks that got picked late in the draft. I mean, not all quarterbacks are picked in the first round. Great quarterbacks. You think about it. Look at it. When was Joe Montana drafted? When was Tom Brady drafted?
You're talking about outliers of outliers. And you only gave me 2.
I'm just saying, Tony Romo had a great career. When was he drafted?
He wasn't drafted, sir. He wasn't.
Exactly.
And did Tony Romo win a Super Bowl? Hell, how many playoff games did Tony Romo win? How about Dak Prescott? You going to go there next?
I mean, Dak Prescott has had a productive career.
One playoff game.
I mean,
One playoff game.
dude, what are you talking about? Everybody was all over Peyton for a while until he finally won it in Indianapolis because they said he could never win a big game coming out of college. A lot of people hated on Peyton Manning for that. But, dude, you can find greatness late in the game in the draft. Because some people are, some people might be not great. What do you say? They're not great at their homework or they're not great at that. But when it comes to the test, they're great. So you might find you a guy late like that.
You know what, Wes? You're right. There's great talented quarterbacks who've been drafted in the first round. Jordan Love, not really. But the point is that I got to get my jabs in somewhere, James. There's not many times I get to have them, excuse me.
You're kicking a downed horse right now.
What have people been doing with the Dallas
horse.
Cowboys for 25 years?
Yeah, but they deserve it.
Oh, why? Because what? Because one
Because their
reason.
fans are so fucking annoying.
Well, it sounds like
Here's my 20. I said the first curse word.
Sounds like you're
Fuck me.
joining the club. Sounds like you're joining the club, buddy.
Packer fans are annoying.
So you get so defensive.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Packers fans are annoying. Let's see who you pick tomorrow.
Let's see who you pick tomorrow is what I'm looking for. Everybody who's watching, please tune in tomorrow. It will be quite interesting. But I do want to make it be said. Aaron Rodgers is hurt, guys. I'm sorry. I think he's hurt. I think that he is mentally frustrated with his team. James, I want to know what you think's going on in Green Bay. Is this a total cultural problem, or has the team quit on Aaron?
I don't know, man. I am to that point where I am just like, I'm almost numb to it already. Like, what is this? Like the fifth straight? Yeah, against the likes of the New York Giants, the New York Jets, the Washington Commanders, we are arguably one of the worst teams in the league.
Houston Texans.
Okay, yeah. So we are the second to the last worst team in the league. I don't know, man. I'm I was telling you earlier, I didn't even bother to watch the second half. It hurts. It hurts. Yeah. Trust me. But this team has me believing, and I wasn't sold on it. Adam Lazard is not a wide receiver 1. Nope. He's 3, maybe 2, if that, on a very good day.
3 for sure.
Yeah. Dobbs.
Who's hurt now?
Yeah. Watson, Romeo. Is that the same guy? Yeah, Russell. They got me believing that these guys, like who are these guys? You know what I mean? Like, who are these guys that Aaron is throwing to?
2nd and 4th round picks.
Yeah, exactly. So don't play me. Don't play me and make me think that these guys are capable of going out there and winning a game on Sunday when they should probably be on the practice squad. You know what I mean? They have failed, in my opinion, to surround Aaron Rodgers, and I'm making that argument, with legitimate weapons to go out there and win football games. We're not even talking about playoff games. We're talking about football games on a Sunday against some of the worst teams in the league. This was a lot.
Well, I'll push back on the Giants and the Jets. The Jets did just beat the Buffalo Bills. Okay. The Giants are 6-2. The NFC East is hot. The Commanders, that should have been a victory. And they've lost to Detroit. You know what the win for Detroit did for Detroit? They went from the number 1 overall pick in the draft to the 5th pick with 1 victory, and that's rough. And so right now, for me, in my wholehearted opinion, if you're not going to go get Odell Beckham Jr., pack it up and pack it in. It's done.
I'm not counting on it. Yeah, like Lil Wayne said, RIP to the season.
Yeah, you might as well just wrap it up. You might as well sit Aaron or take offers for Aaron next year. I'm telling you, for me, if I was Dallas, I'd ship Dak Prescott, Michael Gallup, Ezekiel Elliott, and a 2nd round pick for Aaron Rodgers right now. Send all that capital for Aaron. Give Aaron 2 more years in his contract, and he's got CD. We're fixing to sign Odell Beckham Jr. to Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to say it first right now. I don't care. OBJ's coming to Dallas. You got Tony Pollard. You got a plethora of tight ends. And we're going to make a run for the Super Bowl, guys. That's just how it is. And mark my words, who did I pick to be in the Super Bowl 30-year anniversary of the first Super Bowl of the 90s Cowboys dynasty? I said the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills will be meeting in the Super Bowl this coming year.
And that would mean that a certain somebody...
They be doing what, James? A certain somebody be doing what?
Eating a certain gummy bear.
Ooh, little nitro challenge.
Which, by the way, is over 3 million Scoville units.
Yeah, it's a lot.
All right. First of all,
Don't backtrack now,
Second of all,
Wes.
if they did, I'm not eating that thing, dude. It will kill me.
Welchman.
My system will literally shut down, and I will
Welchman.
die.
Trust me.
How bad would y'all feel if that happened?
You've eaten worse.
I'll have a nurse on standby to give you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
What's his name?
I don't know yet. I said she, so I don't know what we're
You
talking
said
about.
nurse.
Oh, I did say nurse. Thank you, James.
Whoa,
Qualifying.
A nurse can be a male or female, sir. You gotta get that right. You gotta watch out. You
Well,
get
I
in
didn't.
trouble.
I forgot. I said nurse. That's what I said. I thought I said a male nurse, but I said nurse. I digress.
Greg
So-
Fokker.
Yeah.
Greg Fokker.
Welchman, bro. Don't be a Welchman.
Yeah.
I ate the dub. Come on, you're going to do me like that?
Eating a dub won't kill you. It literally.
A
don't think y'all
little bit of me
understand
died
how-
inside, trust me.
how old I am, and how bad my insides are, and what will happen to me.
Listen, when you're with the eat a dub because you're compared to Jameis Winston, a little bit of your soul does die
Yeah.
because you're killing yourself by association.
I look like a fool on the internet that is going to be there forever.
Forever.
Yeah, forever.
And it was beamed into outer space. So when we're long gone, some teenage alien, some teenage extraterrestrial is going to find this footage and is going to see James eating a dub. And they're going to look at the context of this, go through their little algorithm to bring up Jameis Winston. And they're going to see him walking out with crab legs. They're going to see him acting goofy on Instagram. And they're just going to be like, this dude's a straight up clown.
And then they're going to look at Welchman and see Wes's face there.
Yep. After eating a little nitro.
Well, you know what? First of all, Dallas ain't gonna make it. So yeah, I don't even know why we're talking about it.
Well, maybe that's a tease on who he's picking tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, we all know who I'm taking tomorrow.
Well, I don't.
It's
We're gonna
pretty
find out.
obvious.
We will
I
find
don't know
out.
why Carlos is talking smack in the chat. But what up to my homie Dustin from high school? Used to play ball against her.
Shout out.
We were like the same height. She was a center.
So she dunked on you too?
Nah, she didn't dunk on me, dude. I used to tear up. I was a freshman. She was like a junior or something like that.
Hey,
but
man.
we used to play. They would like get the young boys to play against the varsity girls at Hyde Park. I would always have to guard her and I throw a shot against the wall. You know, I had to make her understand.
I don't need to know
can't
how
play
you
with-
played back then, sir. I'm just talking about playing basketball here. It ain't that complicated. Dang,
Hey,
Kenyon
but
Drake
get
scored a
out
touchdown.
the Packers. You gotta leave the Packers alone. I think Aaron Rodgers
Mm-hmm.
is gonna show up. Come on, we know Aaron Rodgers against the Cowboys. He dominates the Cowboys, and so this time next
Dude.
week,
No, man.
we might have something different about.
No.
Retribution and vengeance is coming for AR-12 and Lambeau. I just have you know that, sir.
Hey, I want to believe it, but we've been through all the motions of the past years. We've been through relax. We've been through, all of this bullshit, run the table. Oh, I feel like we can win out. Nothing has come to fruition. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Like, we own the Lions every year. We just lost to them.
And Chicago's coming.
I'm done.
Chicago's coming. I want to talk about the
Chicago, don't come.
Chicago's gonna come. Chicago's gonna come, and Chicago is I
Bills is
like
looking
them.
good.
I like that team. They're young, and I said it against the Cowboys. They are tough. They gave Miami everything they could handle, and that's Carla. This ain't just because you're here. This is just the true way I feel about it. Chicago could be my new young favorite team outside of when I root for, my local Cowboys. Because the way they're playing, Justin Fields finally played ball. He didn't play quarterback. He just played football, and he looked fantastic. I want to see. I know Roquan is playing for Baltimore today. I know Roquan was a big piece. So was Quinn. But you can go get big pieces in the draft to replace those stars. But if you don't have a quarterback, Green Bay, and if you don't have a quarterback, Washington Commanders, I know Tyler Heineke's good, but he ain't a killer.
What do they call him, Mr. XFL or?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. I like Chicago. I like their team. As soon as Aaron's gone.
What happened to you?
As soon as Aaron's gone.
I like Chicago.
I like Chicago. I like the Bears. Dude, they're tough. They're gritty. They're everything Green Bay was 2 years ago.
Who is this guy, Wes?
No, I'm just telling you the truth. I love AR-12. I love AR-12, but I don't like the Packers. Say again?
They have some good picks coming, right?
Dude, they have a lot of draft capital, and that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what Gutekunst, I don't know what Goody Main's doing. Okay, I don't know what Aaron's telling him, but I bet you Aaron said, make the deal for Claypool. And why did Claypool go to Chicago and not Green Bay? Do you know, James?
I do not.
Because the compensation didn't make sense. They felt Chicago would have a higher draft pick than the Green Bay Packers. Well, how do you like me now? It's starting to look like Green Bay is going to have a higher second-round pick than Chicago.
Did you guys see Mike McCarthy choke up when they were asking him about
Odell Beckham?
No.
Oh.
Just going back to Wisconsin to face the Packers.
What'd he say?
Well, they were like, because he was like, Dallas is cool, and I forgot the exact word he used, but he was like, it's cool being down here, but over there in Wisconsin, he was like, my kids were born down there, and he's like, yeah. I miss the people.
That's where he's a Pittsburgh guy, right?
Yeah.
And so that's his neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Like that's his home.
Yeah. And
all the way I got to say about it is, McCarthy, go ahead, bro. Go home. We'll take Sean Payton all day. By the way, we'll trade Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Gallup in the second-round pick for Aaron Rodgers. We can have all of that, and we get Aaron Rodgers.
What do you think about that, Wes? Jesus.
It's like a lot.
I'd veto that.
Do you need the pick?
No, I don't. Look, Michael Gallup's about to ask for a bag. Ezekiel already got his. Dak is damaged goods, and Mike McCarthy couldn't coach me to throw a football.
So does that mean you're comfortable with Tony Pollard being the running back one?
In a heartbeat. You said comfortable.
I thought you couldn't block.
I said comfortable. I didn't say it was a great pick. I said it was comfortable.
Okay.
Ezekiel Elliott can't run without getting hurt.
Why you gotta give away the second round pick?
Because
you give away 3 players and they pick for Aaron Rodgers. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, because I'm giving away all of that cap space because Aaron's gonna have a big cap number. Hello.
Well, I mean, I have a feeling he's gonna show off. Show that he's still Aaron Rodgers when he plays the Cowboys.
I got a feeling that Micah Parsons is going to try to break Aaron Rodgers' face the whole game Sunday. That's what I have a feeling. I have a feling Trayvon Diggs is going to have 2 interceptions in that game because Aaron's not going to have a strong enough throwing motion to get the ball where it's supposed to go.
This isn't primetime, is it? Sunday night?
It's game of the week. America's game of the week.
3:25?
3:45. Yeah. I'm telling you, dude. Hey, I'm
gonna have a good time. I told you guys, I'm not gonna watch. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna throw it down.
I want to watch this on, what do they call it? Like a watch party?
Yeah.
I want us to watch it and have people watch us. It's probably gonna be on their TV too, but have a watch along. Because when I would do watch alongs, I talk a lot, especially when it's Dallas. Talk a lot of shit. Wes knows because I put it in the comments. I put it in the group chat. It's just a lot of this blah blah blah, this blah blah blah.
I could be down to do it, but I gotta know when I'm gonna get back to Plano.
You're gonna be bar hopping.
Yeah, you're gonna be out there with the lizards.
It'd be a good excuse not to go to the bar.
It is
I'm
what it
not even far out. I mean, they're literally right around the corner. So
Okay.
8:27. Let's get into a break. We'll talk about Kansas City and then get off the rails a little bit. Buffalo, man. I don't know what's wrong with Buffalo. Josh Allen could be seriously hurt. Josh Allen could be seriously hurt going into the back nine of the season. And Mahomes, bro, Mahomes nearly killed me in my dynasty league. The one I'm in right now, he nearly 30 points. 30 points.
Hey, James, who won between us? What's the score?
In what? In Recon League? And is that in the Recon League?
Playing James.
It's not even worth looking at.
I got it right here. Hold on, give me 15 seconds. Go ahead.
Now we're doing a Recon League segment all of a sudden.
I just want to look at the.
When
I'm
I
not
take
gonna say.
back-to-back
I'm not
Ls.
going to say who won. I'm not going to say who's winning.
Hey, James, who won? Like, he doesn't have a stable internet connection.
All right, that's it. I see what I see. Look at the man over there grinning. Look over there.
Skinning and grinning.
Skinning and grinning. Jeez.
It was just a question, bro.
Give us 5 minutes. We'll come back on the backside. We'll get into a little bit of football talk and then get off the rails. And if y'all don't know what off the rails is, it's anything goes. Almost anything. I should say preference. Almost anything. Got to protect the brand.
Yeah.
Got to protect the logo.
James needs to clean it up.
Oh, he did pay a $20 fee already, so he's good to go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the third part of this show. Hopping right back into it. Huge win for the Kansas City Chiefs last night. I was thoroughly impressed with Mahomes, the way he was able to kind of take over that game. Much to the malign of their opponents last night, Kansas City has to be the strongest team right now in the AFC, in my opinion. Wes, do you see it the same, or are you still very high on Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills, where he did quite perfectly show his running ability yesterday?
I'm still big on the Bills. I don't think anybody's got to go undefeated. So, I mean, they're going to have slip-ups. So I'm still big on the Bills. But I'm ready for the rematch. I'm ready for the Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes rematch in the playoffs, man. I think it's going to be another legendary, instant classic game. So that's what everybody wants.
Do you think that if we get that game again, do you think it's going to be in the regular season? I mean, I'm trying to look up the schedule right now to see if we'll get that matchup, or are we going to have to wait to the playoffs?
I believe it's not to the playoffs, right?
I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm just kind of double checking, playing devil's advocate to make sure to see if we do get it, when it would be. So,
because they already played the one game.
Yeah, they already played earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Bills Chiefs, I believe that was 2 weeks ago.
And they're not divisional.
And they're not divisional rivals.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a game where we kind of see? I mean, are they finishing 1-2? Is my question to you. They got to finish 1-2, right?
They got to finish 1-2. Who?
Kansas City and Buffalo.
I would think so. I mean, who else is going to sneak in there? Miami?
The Jets.
You think the Jets are legit?
Well, remember the AFC East has, if the Jets win the division, they're number 1, and that means that then Buffalo would be 3 because they're in the same division.
Yeah, but I don't see the Jets finishing off that great, man. I think it's a lot of fool's gold. But I could be wrong, but probably not.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure the Jets will falter. I can see the Jets not even making the playoffs.
No belief in the MILF Hunter. This what you're telling me?
Nah.
Bro.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
You think the Jets are making the playoffs? You see the Jets winning the Super Bowl? Why are you so high on the Jets?
Because they went and they beat, like, the Jets have coming from obscurity, right? They had nothing. They lose Breece Hall. They get Robinson from Jacksonville. And now they're number 2 behind Buffalo in the division. Buffalo at 6-2. The Jets are 6-3. In the division, Buffalo is 0-2. The Jets are 2-1. What are you talking about?
There's a lot of football to be played. I mean, we're what?
Right. We're halfway. We're halfway, but it doesn't bode well that you don't have one victory within the division.
There's a lot to be played out. I just don't see the Jets keeping this momentum. I can see the Jets actually not making the playoffs because I can see them about to go be the Jets. I mean, it's the Jets, dude. It's the Jets.
Josh Allen is going to have – we're going to know whether Josh Allen is going to be 100% healthy tomorrow after the doctors get a thorough look at his arm, elbow area for an injury he sustained during the game yesterday. And you're just completely riding the Bills into the number 1 spot.
We'll see. I mean,
you just said it was true.
It's actually a pretty tough division, though. That AFC East has actually shown out to be the tougher division. A lot of people were talking about the AFC West coming into the season, but that AFC East is looking better than them. I mean, who's your weak team? Is New England?
New England's the weakest.
So I mean, yeah. So, but I mean, it's still Bill Belichick, and you don't want to go. You don't want to go play New England right now with the way the weather's going to be. This is a bad time of year to go play New England.
Bills divisional losses at Miami and at the Jets. Those are their 2 divisional losses. Those are the only losses on the year. Divisional opponents. Does not bode well for your divisional record for you to come out of there. Now, They could go on a run. They face the Bills December 1st on a Thursday night game. Back-to-back game against the Jets. They got 3 divisional opponents back-to-back. At the Patriots, home against the Jets, December 11th, and on December 12th, home against the Miami Dolphins. And what's going on in New England and Buffalo in December? Wintry mixed weather.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, they got it really set up for them to do great because you got to come through Buffalo. Nobody wants to play in Buffalo. Like, you don't want to play in Buffalo during the winter. You don't want to play in New England during the winter. Terrible.
I'm totally against you and your prognostication of the Bills. I see the Bills coming in third in the AFC conference, and I see them coming in second behind the Jets. If I had to pick right now, things could definitely take a turn for the better. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't like Josh Allen has a throwing arm that potentially could be injured. And yesterday, I'm sorry, but Sauce Gardner was absolutely causing a wreck on Stephon Diggs. Sauce Gardner is the truth. Some people call him cheese sauce, applesauce, the sauce. Dude can ball.
Who names their kid Sauce?
That's his nickname. His given name is Ahmed.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Or Ahmad. Yeah, Ahmad Gardner. Ahmad Sauce Gardner. Hey, just like Deion Sanders, he gave himself a nickname, and he's going to sell it, make yourself marketable. Get your bag, young man. Nothing wrong with it. What's up, Wes?
We like the Rashad Gary is out for the season for the Packers.
Dang, are you just like barely rubbing that in right now? Like, I mean,
I was just saying the highlight, but they said Aaron Jones should be likely to go this Sunday for the Cowboys to play his Cowboys. But Josh Allen could be hurt if Josh Allen is not ready to go for the Bills. Then they're gonna have some problems. Who even knows who the backup is for the Bills?
Case Keenum.
Yeah, he can win you a game somewhere.
Yeah,
with their defense.
He could probably win against a couple of their upcoming opponents, but other than that, they ain't winning divisional games with Case Keenum as a quarterback. I'm sorry. The dude played at Houston when you got the Cougars. I mean, his arm ain't built to throw in the winter weather. I'm sorry.
Wow. I can't believe you just said that
it's
about
the truth. It's the truth. These are just my small mic.
I'm just saying, why are you talking about Houston?
No. What I'm saying is that we don't have the same weather conditions in Texas as they have in the Northeast. So therefore, if you're not used to throwing in those conditions and then all of a sudden you're placed into that type of environment, not going to bode well. It has nothing to do with University of Texas. I mean, University of Houston has everything to do with the arm strength of Case Keenum.
Okay. All right. Say something, buddy.
Fair enough. Here we go, guys. We're going down that boys over here, boys. And tell you what now. Y'all go down to Dallas Cowboys and go to the Green Bay Packers next week, son.
Hey, you've been watching too much Duck Call Room or whatever it is you watch.
That kind of strained my throat a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, I was like, let's not do that again.
Good.
Yeah, let's not do that because that was quite a feat. I need to practice a little bit more, My voice box doesn't do that a lot. Not like some people I know. The imitation linguist. You're pretty good at that too, James.
Yeah, I actually pride myself on.
You know, it's something. Now that we're gonna get off the rails a little bit, something popped up on my YouTube feed the other day, and it was a certain stand-up comic from the LOC. Certain comic by the name of James Santa Cruz. A video came across my YouTube feed. Yeah,
really.
So I had to click it and watch it. If y'all haven't seen that, go check out James. I would just search James Santa Cruz comedy.
Yeah, that
should probably pop up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Need to make my return. Yeah. People have been asking, they were like, when are you going to do it again? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a comedy.
He's going to come. Are you going to come? They said don't come.
People ask you to do it again, man. Obviously, you did a good job.
Yeah. I might
People don't ask you to do anything again.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
I might just be like, yeah, I do this podcast with this guy, and he's like, fucking dude, you wouldn't believe me. He's like 100 years old. Like, fuck, dude.
man.
He told me to do it again, so here I am.
He's gonna come.
Dude, really? I look that old?
No, dude, you
No.
look
Dude, I-
young,
what are you talking
bro.
about?
If
I've
anybody looks
had
old,
many compliments to say I don't look my age.
if
man.
anybody
So,
looks old, it's
don't
me.
be comfortable.
It's me.
You look like you look like 40, Wes. Like 40 flat.
Yeah, you look like you're 39, 40.
No, not 39, 40.
Man,
Don't give him that year.
well, I mean, you know,
I have my good days. I have my bad days.
you know, as long as the good ones outweigh the bad ones, that's all that matters. Anybody have any fun things they done this past weekend? Anything crazy? Anything fun, James?
I had a
Oh God, here we go.
filled
Here we go.
Saturday.
Here we go.
You asked.
Here we go. I
You asked.
forgot. I forgot when I asked.
Well, I went to the Texas Monthly Bar. Man, I'm gonna reserve those 2 words. I went to
Rude,
the
man.
Texas Monthly Barbecue Fest that was held here in beautiful Lockhart, Texas,
Hashtag no ad.
on the square, and yeah, it was a fun time. Lots of free stuff. I'm sorry you don't like your
sounds cool to me.
hometown.
Look at
Paul.
my eyes. Look at my eyes.
I'm sorry you don't like
Look
your
at my eyes.
hometown.
Roll them. No,
Move to
it's-
Austin.
it has
Move to
nothing-
Austin, bro.
I did live in
Move to-
Austin.
oh,
I've
go
lived in
back.
San Antonio.
Go back.
I've lived in Austin.
Go back.
I'm avoiding all of the nonsense, and I come home and it's brought to my doorstep. That's what happened. Fair enough.
Wow.
Fair enough. Yeah, we had a good day, and then we had a concert over there in San Antonio.
Now I heard that was fun.
It was fun.
You looked like I saw your post, and I was like, dude. And then the other reaction you had with it.
Yeah.
All your buddies reacting. I was like, this must have been like a hell of a concert.
Yeah, it was good. Band that I like to listen to, and I got some footage for a blog. Hopefully that I'll get to editing around soon, and then I also made a blog for the time at the square.
How much actual video footage do you have of both events?
It might be just a combined vlog, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I got a good amount.
How much B-roll time you think you got? An hour, 2, 3?
Nah, an hour tops.
An hour.
Yeah.
So you're about a 10-minute
Enough
video.
enough for about a 10-minute.
10-minute
Yeah,
video.
thing. You know, I don't want, because you click on that video, man. If I see over 5 minutes, I'm like, is this something I really want to
Yeah.
watch or not? And then if it's like 10, I'm like, dude, if I'm not interested in it, I'm not watching it.
Well,
you know?
lately I've been on anything under 15, I'll click on.
Okay.
And then if you don't have me in the first like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, I'm
Wow.
out.
I'm gonna consider that when I'm editing.
Yeah. You got to give me one like of your top highlights in the front, and then I'll stick around for the rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you like that style? Because I see a lot of people doing that. They'll be like, they'll show like the best thing, and then they'll just like they'll show the intro and all that, and then like, okay, that's for later.
Don't give me your best highlight. Give me like your second best, and then I'll stay for the rest of it. Because I'm gonna want another bang. Because I'm gonna come. I want that next fuerte hitter, bro, to kind of get there.
You hear this guy, Wes?
What? Y'all are gonna go vote? I'm gonna go vote.
Wes, you watch a lot of YouTube or not?
I do not.
That's for the young folks,
I don't
huh?
know what I watch lately. But this past weekend I did go to I went to a wedding. It
Word?
was fun. It was out in Tyler. That's where I was headed. But they had a really nice. It was a house. It was up on this hill. It had a great view. They had like a tent, a little garden tent thing or whatever. It was really nice, and they shut off fireworks, which I was like kind of shocked by because it was out in the woods. It wasn't like it was over the lake. It was out in the woods.
Nice.
But yeah, it was pretty cool, man.
You don't like being in the
Yeah.
woods at night, or what?
No, I'm just saying because it's fireworks in the middle of the woods, and not like.
But we've been having a
Oh,
lot of
I-
rain though lately, right? The whole state has been getting a whole lot
I
of
mean,
rain.
a ton of rain the day before in that area. So, yeah, it was so much rain in Texas Friday. It was ridiculous.
I still got water in my yard.
Lockhart had a nice drone show on Saturday night. What the fuck? I just can't. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Anything that has to do with that stupid event, I said it.
Why?
Anything that has to do with that stupid event, I'm gonna roll my eyes. to.
Why?
Because
Dude, why do you hate so much on that? I don't get it.
because I couldn't go to HEB. That's why I had to literally go all the round. People are literally walking in traffic, not obeying any rules. It's like, what do we just? It's a free for all. Can I like run these people over if it's a free for all?
Why don't you do curbside?
I have to travel to the building.
Yeah, but you can get delivery.
Yeah,
Fine guy like me might show up and deliver your groceries.
I've done that before, but I had a huge order. I had like a $200 order,
That's fine.
and so I mean, I'm not gonna just have somebody carry $200 worth of groceries.
Why not?
Because I think it's just a little bit more understanding if I just go pick it up. I mean, I'm already being half lazy. I don't want to be full lazy. I'm still lazy, you know?
Dude, it's Lockhart. How far did you have to go around it to get? I mean,
That's not the problem. The problem was the people walking in the road when I'm trying to drive. That's the problem. They had you saw. You're making me talk about it, which is pissing me off already. They had chaperones, Wes. They had chaperones helping people cross the street. What, people don't know how to cross the street?
I think you took the
you gotta make sure everybody takes care of
I went
everybody,
down
man.
Prairie Lee. I went down Prairie Lee.
Stop being such a hater, man.
wrong place, buddy.
I went down Prairie
Wrong
Lee.
place, buddy.
Doesn't
you
matter.
gotta go around.
When I went home, I went all the way around. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
went
you
through
gotta be
Live Oak.
aware of what's going on, and you gotta plan accordingly.
I saw the map of the roads that were closed. Prairie Lee wasn't closed. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go through the back way because everybody's going to be coming through downtown. I figured, let's avoid San Antonio Street and let's use the backup, Prairie Lee. Wrong.
You took the wrong route.
Wrong. Yes, I'm not disputing the fact. I am not disputing that fact at all.
It's good. It's good for Lockhart.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yeah,
that's fine. You can say that, but I disagree with you. It's good for Lockhart if it's not in downtown.
Why?
Because
where
there's,
else?
there's a whole lot of traffic. I don't know.
so you
wasn't
can
it
get
supposed
through-
to be?
it's not good,
Wasn't
so
it supposed to be next to Kreitz? It was supposed to be next to Kreitz.
That was the second day. It was a 2-day event.
Okay.
Saturday was free for us peasants that can't afford these $90
I'm
wristbands.
sorry.
And then Sunday, it was another day where they had they had 47 of the top 50 Texas Monthly barbecue, whatever, that were there at the park. But that was a paid event, and you had to get in and get free samples and all that stuff. I didn't
So what
attend
about
that.
the city park having it right adjacent to that?
What do you mean?
You could have had everything downtown at the city park that was free.
No,
and it would've
because they
been
have to
adjacent.
set up for that day.
Oh.
I'm guessing. I'm not on a
Right.
commission.
I agree with you.
But what I'm saying, it was a fun time. I'm sorry
believe
you
you.
couldn't go and get your groceries like you wanted to,
I'm just
even though
trying-
you did.
Trying to run my errands. That's all. Small town guy.
It took
Want to
you-
run my small town errands.
How much did it throw you off?
Enough to be annoyed by the chaperones.
3
That's
minutes?
what annoyed
3
me.
minutes?
Was the chaperone having to help people across the street. These people can't cross the street. They're not adults to cross the street.
What was it? What if it was just like a husband who was like, "Oh, I'll help you across the street"? How do you know it was
There
like
was
a
nobody who
designated
needed to be,
chaperone?
because he was wearing a reflective orange vest.
Oh, so he was a city official.
No, that's not right because that dude was not from Lockhart.
Oh, so you know?
No, I know what he looks like, and I know that he was not happy when he saw me.
Why would you do?
Don't worry about that part.
Put that knife away, man.
My show, my studio, I can do what I want. No, that's all it was.
Okay.
Let's put it this way: when I drove by, he wasn't happy.
Jeez,
That's all I have to say
what's
about
wrong
it.
with you?
Read some comments since comments aren't available on here now.
Well, I wish they were because there's plenty of people in the chat who did go to that event.
S. Sanchez says, "Law dog, stop lying. Beers, barbecue, and a good time. Boo this man. Not everyone has their own YouTube show like you, Paul."
Everybody is able and welcome to have their own YouTube show like me.
No, they're not.
Whether
What if
you-
they don't have an internet connection?
Intergang?
Oh, that's what we're doing now.
I'm asking you.
You're gonna capitalize on my misspeakings.
Misspokens?
I got you.
Misspeechings?
I got you.
Anyways, back
Put
to
that
the
knife away, dude. Put that knife away.
What are you
man.
worried about?
I feel like you want to
Why you
stab
so
me right
angry,
now.
man?
I'm not
He's
angry.
ready to
Yeah,
stab
we're
We're
somebody.
just talking here, guys. What's the problem? This
You need a
isn't
hug,
off the
buddy.
rails. I don't know
Go
what
ahead,
is.
hug him, James.
What's up, Wes?
Hey, go hug him. He needs a hug.
He might stab me.
I want a hug from either one of y'all.
Oh
I'll
wow!
send you a hug, buddy.
Wow.
You need one, man.
No, I don't want a hug.
wants
Nah,
a
you
mouth.
need one.
That's a mouth hug.
Jesus.
Yeah, drink some water. You need it.
Oh, I'm steadily drinking water.
Wow.
Let's put it this way. As for people who aren't from here, S. Sanchez, we should have an event in your town, and maybe then when you're impacted by having to drive all across the city to get to where you need to go, maybe you might have a little bit of frustration.
Let it go, buddy.
Wes,
Let it go.
No.
Dude. I mean, damn.
I'm holding
You
on to it
alright?
for dear life.
You gonna make it? You know what, bro? You good. I'm gonna send you a hug, man.
I tried to tell him, but it's no use. He always, he gets this way when out of towners come into town.
That's her. You hit the nail on the head.
I know. I know
Why'd you
that.
say
I know
that?
that.
Don't try to act like this.
I saw Alaska plates.
It's Lockhart, buddy. Chill out.
James, I mean Wes, I'm
Jeez.
trying to say something here. Hold on, buddy. I saw Alaska plates. How do you get here from Alaska?
Put the knife away, buddy. And I'll tell you.
How do you get here from
That's
Alaska?
a good thing. That's a good thing, Paul.
Okay, Wes, it's a good thing. Says the guy who has chandeliers and lives in gated communities.
I will say this, okay? I will say this. I found it very ironic, and you're going to correct me, but I found it very ironic that
Maybe not.
Texas Monthly chooses to hold their top 50 barbecue fest here, #NoAd, in Lockhart, Texas, when no barbecue joints from Lockhart were on the top 50 list. And it's kind of like saying, hey, Paul, I'm going to hold a party at your house, but you're not invited, so take a hike. Am I right or am I right?
Pretty good synopsis.
Yeah.
But how do you get selected to be on the top 50?
Exactly.
From someone who has worked in the barbecue industry, James.
Well,
Do we want to air that bag?
for that bag, you can tune in to Dark Side of the Mic on Wednesdays.
I'll be special
on
guest.
Facebook and YouTube. Okay.
I would love to talk about that.
Okay.
I would love to speculate on how those restaurants are selected.
Okay. Yeah, because I have a friend, and we might have to phone him in for that day. Yeah, we might do that. Sounds good. Who went to the number one, and they have a YouTube video on it and all that. The number one, and business is booming for them.
I'm good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. So yeah, that sounds good.
As Sanchez is probably not going to believe me, but
Dark Side of the Mic, YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe. We're gonna do that Wednesday.
Wes, what else have you been doing? I'm done. I'm off my soapbox, and I put the knife away for James.
Hey.
Dude, I was angry.
Hate. I knew you were angry.
I was angry. I'm about half fired up, son.
Why are you really angry though? It's not because you couldn't drive to HEB. I know it's
Were
not.
you really that hungry?
No, y'all, bro. Speaking of hungry, dude, it was my birthday last week, and so I made some barbecue, and I got a cheesecake.
You have a good birthday, man?
Dude, I had a fantastic.
Now, you were lying to me when you said you had a birthday month, right? Like your birthday's over now.
Yeah, my birthday's pretty much over.
Okay.
But Yeah.
Pretty much. It is over. You're a grown man. You don't do birthday month.
Oh,
You and my boss have the
I
same
know.
birthday.
I know men that do that.
This asshole right here to my left just had to call me out. Yeah, Wes, it's over. You're right. It's over already. God, let me try to live in the little bit of the remnants of it.
Yeah, Sanchez. Dark Side of the Mic on Facebook and YouTube. There's a little caricature of me up there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, looks like.
So yeah, I had a good birthday. Took it easy, chilled out, watched ball, spent time with family. Other than that, man, yeah, got some really cool. Like I think they're cool gifts for me. Got some new winter slippers. Yeah, and then not these. These are for when I watch Duck Dynasty. It's every day. I'm just kidding. What else did I get? New bedroom suit, new bedroom like sheets and pillowcases, comforter. Yeah, man.
Sleeping like a king or what?
On a queen size bed, sleeping like a king on a queen size bed. I haven't graduated to a king yet. I think when I get like married, settled down, then I'll do the king size bed. You know, you gotta have room.
100 subscribers.
Maybe everybody's like, oh, what?
That's good, man.
What else did I didn't really do anything, but I watched what was that movie I watched? My favorite Christmas movie is A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott. So I watched that the Wednesday, like when y'all did your show and then y'all left, like I watched it. So, you know.
You already watching Christmas movies, dude?
Bro, I put my Christmas tree up Halloween night while everybody was trick-or-treating.
What's wrong with you,
I
man?
put up my Christmas tree.
Come on, no, just way too early.
But see, Wes, this ties into what you were asking me about going on my grocery run. I'm ready for the Christmas food. I'm ready for the Thanksgiving food and the treats. Bro, I'm ready.
It's coming quick.
Oh, I'm going to come too. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to eat my face off. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to go.
Oh,
Christmas keeps coming earlier and earlier every year, dude. It's like, I mean, I'm seeing Christmas stuff up already all over the place. The other day, the girls wanted to hear Christmas music. They want to hear Mariah Carey Christmas. Like, dude, why is it?
I'm sorry. Luciano's in the chat, and he goes, "Wes, what is that? Velvet?" My God, dude, I'm dying.
What is that, Velvet?
What movie? James, quick. What movie?
I don't know what movie.
Oh, Coming to America.
Coming to America. Coming to America. It's Eddie Murphy when he's the what is he, the Jewish guy?
Oh, careful,
And
Kanye.
Is that what he is?
Yeah, he's a Jewish man.
James Earl Jones, who plays Eddie Murphy's father, comes into the shop and he rubs on his he had
That lion.
it was a lion skin thing around his, and he touches it like, that's nice. What is that, velvet?
He does a good impression. That's a good impression.
I love that. But that's one of my things that I do. Like somebody that has something on nice and rub, like, what is it, velvet?
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious. You got to watch that movie, man.
Yeah.
You ever see Coming to America?
No.
I'll buy it for you. I'll buy
No,
you.
it's fine. I mean, it's available to stream whenever, but it's, I mean,
I own it. I own that movie.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude.
whenever sexual chocolate comes, ladies and gentlemen, sexual chocolate. I believe the children.
But don't watch
are
the
future.
sequel. The sequel's terrible.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
I watched Barbarian,
Okay, how was that?
HBO Max.
Was that with Momoa?
No.
Okay.
It's a fun watch. The suspense is off the chain. It's a good movie.
Okay.
I would watch it. Yeah, Barbarian. So this woman shows up there. It's a bunch of like no name actors. So this woman shows up to an Airbnb, and there's a guy that's already staying there, and she's like, "What the hell? I ordered this B&B. You know, how are you here?" He invites her in. They discover all this crazy stuff in the house, and then it goes on from there. It has Justin Long in it from Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I would recommend it.
Barbarian.
Yeah. We watched that on Friday. My girl was like, "I can't watch this," and I was like, "Shut up! You're watching it."
It's like a suspense movie or
Yeah,
horror?
very suspenseful.
Very suspense.
Yeah.
I'm not big into those, but yeah, it sounds. I'm either watching some comedy or something like, you know, I don't know, just kind of what I'm into. I get caught up. Okay, so like if Armageddon ever comes on, I'm stuck.
Yeah, me too.
Stuck.
Yeah.
Really?
Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know if I'll be back again.
Yeah, just like that. That horrible too.
I like how Michael Clark Duncan starts it off though, because he has like that low pitch voice.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, fellas. Anything else you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
You know, tell your people you love them, man, because you don't know when you're gonna see them again. You know? So that's about it.
Carla, I thought we were friends. No, Duck Dynasty, it kind of is comedy, kind of not comedy, but they make fun of me for it, so I roll with it.
I don't even know what Duck Dynasty. What is it classified under?
I'd probably say comedy if I had to guess. Reality TV.
Yeah,
Reality TV. Yeah. I like the Duck Call Room. I watch the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really watch the show too much anymore. But the podcast, yeah.
Okay.
Are they still making the show?
No.
Oh.
But the one of the guys on there, yeah, Uncle Si. It's S-I, not S-Y. It's not Sylvester.
Uncle C.
Uncle C. DOC.
Yeah, that dude's pretty funny.
Don't watch it, Carter. Don't waste your time.
Hey, easy. That's like saying don't ever watch Marvel. That's what that's like saying. See, my boy Sanchez, he knows what's up. You're such haters, dude.
No, what I was gonna say. So we're gonna have Paul on.
I'm not inviting myself. If y'all got somebody else,
no.
I don't want to invite myself.
No. We're gonna have Paul on this Wednesday, and we're gonna talk about some local stuff on Dark Side of the Mic.
Man.
You can watch us on YouTube and on Facebook. Go subscribe, go follow. It's gonna be a good time. Can't wait. It's been.
Wait.
You have like two appearances on, so this will probably be a 3, or you probably have 3 in this will be your 4. You're a frequent flyer, no doubt.
James,
Yeah.
did you ask the other people if they wanted Paul on? Maybe they don't want Paul on.
Hey man, I'm the fucking boss, bro.
He's the man.
Man, here you go.
So like whenever I go on his show, I have to tell myself to shut my mouth because I'll start talking like it's my show, and so I have to be like, Paul, shut up. Paul, shut up. And so I'll just wait. But see, on James's show, I can do what? On James's show, I can toss him back a little bit.
He can go really off the rails.
I can go really off the rails.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you're always off the rails.
hater. Tune in tomorrow, folks. If y'all enjoying the show, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell somebody who likes sports. Maybe they'll like our show, maybe not. It doesn't matter. We're looking for subscribers. When we get to 100, I'm giving somebody a $100 bill. Shout out to Dustin. Shout out to Carla, Lucky Luciano, my boy Sanchez, S. Sanchez. Everybody else who was in the chat, thank y'all so much for watching and supporting, for engaging with us. It truly does help the show. Thank y'all very much. Wes and James, fellas, I couldn't do it without you. What you want to tell the people anything?
Week 10 picks coming tomorrow.
I want to know who Wes is gonna pick.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just curious.
I already know who he's gonna pick. Yeah,
You're pretty
I'm
confident.
hoping he
Everybody
surprises
knows
me. But he's gonna if he picks who I think he's gonna pick, he's gonna keep falling further and further behind. You got to wake up, Wes. You got to wake up.
Well, here's the thing. What's the score in the game right now? Who's Wes? Who's winning the New Orleans game right now?
17-3 Ravens.
17-3
So
Ravens.
y'all got it. Y'all got a tie.
So that means if
I got to make it interesting. We got a long way to go.
hey Wes, remember, dude, if the Saints lose tonight, you're still 2 games behind the King. Better start picking
that's
with
fine.
your brain.
I got to make it.
Wes, it's starting to get to him. He's starting to referring to himself in the third person.
You got to help him look good.
This is
How bad would it be if it was a Paul Rodriguez show and then he didn't win?
You know what's funny is that's true because what's going to happen is Wes is going to string me along, and then like in the last 4 weeks, he's just going to dominate.
Wake up, Wes.
Wake up, Mr. Wes. Appreciate everybody.
Mr. West.
Appreciate
Speaking of
everybody
album, man,
watching.
What's up with your boy Kanye now?
That'll be for another show. Ladies and gentlemen, love yourselves, love your neighbors. We appreciate y'all watching. Until tomorrow, Week 10 picks coming out. Looking forward to them. Maybe Wes will get the crown. Who knows? See y'all tomorrow. Take it easy. We love you. We're out.